problematic. You see, it's a problem to put up stickers saying it's okay to be white. So if you do that on the right wing, that's graffiti, that's vandalism. We have to tear it down and take it down right away. But if you're on the left and you put up degenerate street art and you blow up cities with all kinds of street art, it's just art, guys. It doesn't matter. You can put up whatever you want because it's not vandalism. So, of course, the two-sided system and viewpoint here of the media trying to paint this as vandalism and problematic is because the media since the beginning has always been anti-whites, from entertainment such as MTV all the way up to the media itself, and trying to defend Muslims who commit acts of terrorism and trying to change the narrative. It is very obvious that they do these things, and there's only 5 companies that own majority of these companies, so clearly there is an agenda there. But the main reason why they are scared is because the original 14 words out there, the 14 words, they can't really take it away anymore because we took the 14 words and we reduced it down to 5 words of it's okay to be white, and they cannot tie Nazi stuff to it, so now they are scared because it's a very simple statement with no negative connotation. So that's why the media is scared of a 5-worded meme, because it poses a threat and a challenge to their system and their propaganda, and they don't know how to combat it. So going forward here, there are multiple ways you can put this out there. So the easiest way is to just print it out on a basic 7x11 paper, use Scotch tape. That one has been done before. You can always print it on the sticky side paper. They have a bunch of those you can buy at Walmart. You can print it out, take it apart, or cut it into smaller pieces and slap them up. You can do that. Or you can have them professionally made out of vinyl. That's another outlet as well. Or what you could do as well is, if you want to be a degenerate like me, I am very into street art. You can just get wheat paste. It's very simple. You go to Kinko's, you print out what you want to print out on paper, in black and white preferably because it's cheaper. And then all you have to do is then get flour, water, and glue, mix it together in a special mix. You kind of need a roller or a paintbrush to put it up, but I have seen it done. I've seen people wheat paste it on the internet after doing some digging and searching into this meme. So there are different ways to apply this to the walls. And again, of course, I would just like to stress that whoever's doing this, please keep it vanilla. Keep it in this format. Do not modify it. Do not put Nazi LARPing stuff on it. Don't do that. Just leave it as vanilla as this, because it makes the media look really stupid. It totally controls the narrative and the optics. Of course, there could be controlled opposition or people on the left putting up fake swastikas on it and all that fun nonsense, because that has been done time and time again. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened in the future, but this meme is actually really good and is a really good reinvention of the 14 words, so I totally enjoy it. I think it is great, even though I am not fully white myself. So that's all I have to say here for this content.
So, while supporters of Black Lives Matter like myself are trying to have a conversation about why it's not safe to be black, the imaginary victims of white genocide have tried to mainstream their horseshit again. And the dummies who get paid to consume the idea of white victimhood in a vapid, through a vapid, shallow prism, meaning, you know, the alt-right deliberately takes these very cancerous ideas like the 14 words, and they go, this won't fly because it won't garner mainstream support, right? The 14 words are only going to reach so far, and at this point in the history of this country, you cannot gain absolute political power on the back of explicit white nationalism. The demographics just don't support it. So how do you take the 14 words that are part of the Mouthy Buddha knows about this, that are part of the 1488 culture on the alt-right, meaning the 14 words, well, 88 is for Heil Hitler. I don't, it's late, I'm caffeinated, and I don't want to recite the 14 words. You know, if you're watching this video, I've talked about it so much that it's basically about securing a future for our people and white children. I don't know if I have the exact wording correct, but it's almost a meme on the alt-right to play with different ways to install 1488 into your content, to signal to other people where your sympathies are, and that you support this restoration of Nazi culture, and that you support the Jewish question, which is that's the breaking point for the alt-right now. Is, you know, the Jewish question. Saying you support the Jewish question is just like a semi-socially acceptable way to say that you think the Holocaust was justified. You know, the whole entertaining the Jewish question thing is a more mainstream analog for Hitler did nothing wrong. You'll see that very closely correlated between the alt-right and the alt-light. And when I talk about the alt-light, that includes the right end of the skeptic community, because the skeptic community still has a far right end and a center right end, right? So not everybody from the skeptic community is Mouthy Buddha. Not everybody from the skeptic community is braving ruin. Not everybody from the skeptic community is no bullshit. But those people, and I guess Rage After Storm, even though she's disappeared from the internet. What fascinates me about people like LA Werewolf and Tara McCarthy is their enthusiasm for the 14 words, which are basically a directive to liquidate them, to execute them, to make race mixing an offense punishable by death. Death. Ooh. This whole securing a future for our white children bit. You know, LA Werewolf at the end of his near the end of the clip goes, you know, I'm not fully white. Well, motherfucker, that means you go in the oven. Don't you understand what the fucking 14 words mean, you dummy? You fucking dum-dum? It means that when the white race comes to power, mixed race people like me and like you go in the oven. And it's so fascinating. You know, useful idiots that are white. You know, white by the standards of the alt-right. That use their liberal credibility to mainstream and do the hidden power levels thing. I don't think it's excusable, but at least they have this loophole of, like, when the Nazis come to power, you know, I'm white, so they'll defend me. I won't go down in the Holocaust. What the fuck does someone like LA Werewolf, Tara McCarthy, Romy Millennial, what do you get from doing the alt-right's dirty work? They're going to kill you if they ever get political power. They're going to take your half-white, quarter-Indian, eighth Jewish ass and put it in a fucking shower that, you know, that you know, it's not funny, but like, so it's okay to be white. Came from where all the other Nazi shit that idiots don't realize is being veiled in humor. I saw people, you know, what fucking pisses me off is when people let the alt-right via 4chan control meme culture. and to use meme culture as a means by which to disperse reactionary propaganda. It's just a meme. It's just a meme, bro. 4chan did nothing wrong. So 4chan engineered this prank where they basically, like LA Werewolf said, he knows, he's not stupid. This guy is from the ground level. He realizes that the 5 words are a veiled version of the 14 words, and then you stupid assholes say, oh, it's an innocuous statement. What's the problem? It's okay to be white. It's not okay to be white. It's trolling because there's a cynicism to it. Particularly because Mouthy Buddha was jizzing all over this meme catching on. It's cynicism. It's a means by which to wag your dick at the left, to openly advocate for white nationalism, and to veil it as a fucking joke, and to watch dum-dums, to watch classical liberal centrist morons who have not done their homework, who don't know what they don't know what a dog whistle sounds like. To do your fucking job. And everybody gets plausible deniability. And everybody gets their Patreon bucks. And everybody goes home happy. Except for the people that get harmed by this. When you tell a group of people who are not victims that they are under assault, you set the stage for these fucking mass shootings. You set the stage for these white nationalist NRA-leaning terror attacks because you tell people who have a position of privilege. We're not talking about economic privilege because white people don't understand that white privilege is a form of social privilege. It's a again, you know, these skeptics. I remember when Trey Melvin put out the homeless guy white privilege video that, you know, even a homeless white guy has more privilege than, you know, to an extent, a wealthy black person. Now, this sounds crazy to anyone who has not done the homework. Anybody who consumes Trey Melvin's statement out of context, and through this YouTube skeptic prism of history's over, slavery's over, segregation's over, the effects of those systems are over, and it's because of this overarching victimhood complex of don't victimize me for what my ancestors did. When you take any of this stuff out of the context of it being a social repercussion for slavery and Jim Crow and all that stuff, it sounds crazy, right? You look at the homeless guy, you look at a wealthy black person, and you go, no way is this person more privileged. But I guarantee you that Shaquille O'Neal has more of a chance of being shot by police if he was being arrested than a white bum, an old white drunk on the sidewalk is probably safer from police than LeBron James is at the wrong moment. So we don't need more of a conversation. America doesn't have a problem where it's not okay to be white. What they mean is it's not okay for white people to be proud of being white. America tried out white pride. America tried out white privilege. It's not working for anybody. But you know what I'm saying? Like it is the obsession with white okayness that put us in this situation where only certain people get the guarantee of seeing tomorrow.